What's up, guys? These two toolboxes were ones that I found on the local classifieds for 30 bucks. I saw them. The pictures showed they were bad pictures. They showed some cool tools, and I was super stoked to get them. I picked them up just yesterday, and I want to share them with you. One of the boxes, this one is the one with the tools in it. The other toolbox really is empty. But this one old school toolbox, a few of the things inside it included, and I wanted to walk you through these. First of all, toolbox is cool. It looks handmade. This one probably by the carpenter that had these. I believe he was a cabinet maker, or she, probably a he, but just a guess. But cool box just to start out. And I wanted to show some of what was inside. So we'll start with the top tray. So this tray, actually when I got it, the tools were all over the place, mixed up, and really didn't fit in the toolbox. So first off, we've got this here, which is Auger Bit Stop. So you can put your auger bit inside here. I've never used one of these before. You unscrew them, place your auger bit, clamp it down on that, and then this will be a stop so that you know the right depth to go down. Typically when I'm doing something like that with a drill bit, I just stick a piece of tape at the depth I want to stop at, and that's where I stop. This is a little more precise perhaps for an auger bit, and then it's got this nice flat stopping point on it. So that's a cool one. This piece, I think it says on it patented, yeah, you can see that, October 1104. And I'm guessing that's not 2004. Probably 1904 when this was patented. So that's a cool piece that was in there. This is another one, a really cool old Spokeshave. And this Spokeshave is pressed in, really nice shaping on it. And this is one of the wood tools that all of them are marked with the previous owner's name. That one's not as easy to see, but kind of cool, Spokeshave. We then got a number of chisels. Yeah, I believe that's all the chisels. So 3 Gouge Chisels, a large one, a couple small scraping ones, and another small one. I believe, like I said, that the previous owner was a cabinet maker of some sort, and this was probably for maybe customizing some of the moldings and trims that were used, probably to fit into different grooves in the molding. So that's just a guess. I tried to find the manufacturer on all these because they're so rusty, it's hard to tell. I will probably try to clean them up and do a restoration of these as a video perhaps in the future, and we'll determine the makes of these different chisels. There's then a file and an awl in here, a couple blank handle with nothing on it. This is a small awl also. Looks like it was made from a chisel handle, but then this may have been a file in the past. It looks like it's been ground down and then sharpened. Then we also have, similarly, this is an old like triangular file that has been also ground down. The file on it has been ground down. I'm not sure what this was being used for, but it was very purposefully done for something, taking that old file. So that is the top of that toolbox. Get the toolbox back out. So inside the toolbox we have a number of different things. We've got a tack hammer, Nothing special about this. I couldn't find a make on it at all. We then also have a marking gauge that can be used. This one's I couldn't find any brand markings on this either, besides the markings for the owner. It's a little greasy and dirty, but should clean up really well. Just a simple gauge with a wood screw there. So that's kind of neat. Even neater is a miter gauge. So similar type tool. Let's see if I can get it focusing here. This has 2 pins, and those pins are adjustable to mark the width of the miter or not the miter, the width of the cut that you want to put. Like if I have a chisel maybe, or a file on a dado cut or something like that I want to make, and I can mark the width. This one you simply unscrew and it pulls that pin out. And we've got brass liners here, and along the edge of this. So that is a really neat tool, really well made, old school. Again, I couldn't find a manufacturer on that one. Then this is a scraper. This kind of looks homemade. The handle is just bolted on the end of this piece of iron, and it's ground and shaped. I think this, like I said, probably a homemade piece. We then have a small square with nice brass diamond inlaid with the pins for the square. And I don't know if this has been cut off to make it stubby and short, or if it was manufactured that way. But just a nice little square. We then have like a cabinet scraper, kind of like a Spokeshave, but wider and flatter, with a nice long blade available on it. And it actually looks like it's got bevels on both sides. So this is one that I can do a cleanup on. In any case, I'll probably do a video of that, and it'll be available in the future. I'll do something cleaning this up. It really can be cleaned up, but probably isn't too hard to do. Just some rust cleanup, maybe clean off the paint and repaint it. Nice old tool. Then this is one that took me a while to figure out what this is, and it's a little box with, I couldn't tell if this was wood or stone or metal initially, but I believe this is a sharpening stone. It's triangular in shape. Let's see if I can make that visible here, maybe. Kind of wedge shaped, and I think it's actually for sharpening the chisels. So the rounds on the chisels, and this is a stone. It is a stone. I've determined that it's a stone, but it's actually been glued back together in a few spots. So, but cool little box made for it also. Custom box made to just slide inside. Kind of fun. Non-tool item is this Longfellow Egyptian cigarette box. Just a tin. There was nothing in it. I'm not sure what it was doing in there. Then we have some block planes. This is the only one actually that I was able to find the company on it. It's the brand is, it's a Buck Brothers plane. It actually has the address of the Buck Brothers location at that time. I was trying to determine about the age of this. I'm thinking it's the late 1800s, early 1900s block plane. And then there were 2 others without brand markings on them, again for making molding, I'm assuming. 2 different widths of kind of rounded bit blades on those. So that ends the contents of that first box. The second box is a similar style box. No handle on the top. It's got brass corners on it, which is cool. But there's nothing in it. There was nothing in this box. Empty box, but very nicely made, kind of cool by itself. And the last piece that some of it was in the box, some wasn't, and it was probably because it's fully assembled and it doesn't fit in either, is a Stanley No. 45 plane tool for cutting different shaped dados or different cuts in it. Stanley 45. It's complete here, all of the adjustable fence and the guards and the depth gauge, everything's here. Everything's in pretty good shape, except for it's kind of rusty and in disrepair. And then included also in the toolbox, in like an old shirt sleeve, tucked in, is the box that contains a bunch of the cutters, the different size cutters. It doesn't look like this is a complete set, but it has many of the cutters for the different combinations that you can make to make different molding trims or different cuts on your wood. This is super cool. I was really excited to actually see this. This is what I could tell in the pictures. I could see the Stanley No. 45 in the video, in the pictures on the ad, and so I was excited to see those and share those with you all. So this was a little longer than I was hoping it would be. I look forward to actually using some of these tools, repairing them, and getting them available for others. So again, $30 for all of this. Super stoked. So look for opportunities to give those old things new life. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Ciao.